So you just got home from work or finished your chores. It's dinner time, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, what am I going to make for dinner? I am so tired. Well, I got a solution for you. Stick with me. Yep, it's easy as heck lasagna. And you're thinking, no way, I cannot make a lasagna. I am exhausted. I got to tell you, this is the easiest lasagna ever. Whenever I need a go-to lasagna that I can put in the oven in about 20 minutes, this is it. Now, it is vegan. This recipe will be vegan, and you will see me create a tofu ricotta. But stick with me here because all the steps can be duplicated for any kind of lasagna you want to make. It doesn't have to be difficult. If I have time to fuss, I might make a fancy sauce. But this is a weeknight 20-minute meal. So what am I putting into that tofu ricotta? Well, my favorite is nutritional yeast up in the corner. We've got garlic, spinach, and tofu. And the other thing that I'm adding to this lasagna is my smoked apple and sage sausages. I just love these. These are vegan. They're vital wheat gluten, so they're not gluten free. But there's lots of things you can add to give substance. Here's my workhorse, my KitchenAid blender. My food processor. This thing's amazing. I've had it for years. It does all the hard work. And let me show you how I create that ricotta in my favorite food processor. So there's all the stuff just broken up, thrown in there. The garlic, a little salt and pepper is in there too. And if you want to add chili flakes, you can. But I just throw it all in, and it's just minutes. You just pulse it. See, there it is already. Oh, I do also add the apple cider vinegar because ricotta's got that little tang, and apple cider vinegar does this. I'm telling you, if you want to have a dairy-free ricotta, this is your go-to. It's wonderful. So here it is. Looks just like ricotta with spinach chopped up in it. And the texture is spot on. You pulse it, I don't know, 5, 10 times. It doesn't take a lot for it to come together. And I am always so pleased about how much this makes. Number one, makes a good 2 cups. And it's great for this lasagna. This takes just minutes, maybe 5 minutes to put all this together. Check out the texture. Yeah, it's just spot on delicious. And it tastes great and it's wonderful. Here's a secret spice that I added, which is my new favorite spices at scordo.com. And the beautiful thing about this is that it's so fresh and tasty. I added some of that to the ricotta as well. Okay, it's gadget time, everybody. Oh my God, my sister gave this to me for Christmas. Linda, I love you. You snap it on the jar, you press down on the front, it releases the pressure, and that lid pops right off. Here's my go-to sauce. This is vegan, but it's one of the best sauces on the shelf. Not a lot of sugar. Tastes great, like it's been cooked all day. And in this really easy peasy lasagna, you got to have a good go-to jarred sauce, which I always have on hand. So how do you put this together in no time at all? Well, let me show you. You plop in that sauce into the bottom of an oiled pan, and then you just gonna, I don't know, add a cup and a half, and then you're going to smush it all around. If you want to add a little water to it too, might be a good idea. But here it is. I just took my spoon and just spread it all over the bottom of the pan. Now you're going to add the no-boil lasagna noodles, and I'll show those to you in a minute. So you want to have it juicy. It's got to be juicy on the bottom. So as I said, if you want to add a little, like a 1/4 cup of water to this too, that might be a good idea. But this is your foundation. So here's the no-boil noodles. I love these things. They're wonderful. They're thin. They cook up perfectly. Remember, this is an easy in the oven in 20 minutes lasagna, and it's impressive. Your family will love it. These are Trader Joe lasagna no boil noodles, but I do know that there are other varieties, and Barilla, and I'll show you that in a second, makes a no boil noodle as well. And I used part of each one. Now, I used a 9x9 pan, but if you use an 8x8 pan, they'll go all the way to the edge. But these things, you know, they suck up the liquid and they do expand. So 9x9 pan, 8x9 pan, it's all good. And not only do they have regular, but they've got, my gosh, gluten-free. So if you want to make this gluten-free, I know you can get these on Amazon, but you probably can get them in a grocery store, a larger grocery store that has a lot of room to put on different products. But there's your gluten-free option, made with corn and rice. So here's the after you get the first set of noodles down, then I crumbled up the sausage and I put the spinach in there, or the ricotta spinach, and I added a few tomatoes to it, fresh tomatoes, because they were getting kind of soft and I needed to use them. So feel free to add whatever other vegetables. You like artichoke hearts? Add them. You want black olives? Add it. It's so simple. And then you just blob on another layer of sauce. And you just keep on going until you've got the ricotta down on the noodles, the sausage, the tomatoes, and then you'll just add more sauce to this, you know, just in sort of little blobs around the thing. And you'll top this off just with another set of noodles, which I'll show you here in a second. Yeah, here. So this is the final layer. So there are actually 3 layers to this. So it actually makes a nice 1.5 to 2-inch lasagna, which is perfect. You're into this now, I would say maybe 15 minutes that you've been working in the kitchen, including getting everything out and making the ricotta. And of course, I'll put the recipe below, but this is just so simple. And you put more sauce on the top. I had some dairy-free mozzarella, and I just threw that on top of here. Then you'll spread that around. You can add whatever you want on the top. If you are doing more sausage, you can do that. You want to add some more vegetables or whatever you want to put on the top. This is your lasagna. Create it the way you want. The whole idea, though, is to get this in the oven and get it baking within 20 minutes. And it will bake for, you're going to put it in the oven, and here it is ready to go. I spread the mozzarella around. And I did add a little water. I want to tell you that. I took about between maybe a third cup of water, and I just sort of drizzled it all around the sides because I wanted to create a lot of steam. You're going to put foil on it, and you're going to put it in the oven for 55 minutes, maybe up to an hour. And I try not to put the foil on the food, so I add, you'll laugh, a couple old stale bread things. So here's your beauty shot. Here's that beautiful lasagna. I wanted you to take one more look. Isn't it delicious? Oh my gosh, the layers, everything. It came out beautiful. That's a cashew ricotta a cashew parmesan. So everyone, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.